What's up, guys? It's John Muscarello from Side Hustle Experiment here. If you're new to the channel, I'm a six-figure reseller. I sell on Amazon and eBay, mostly used books and media. And in today's video, I am going to cover what I said I wasn't going to anymore, and that is Amazon FBA Restock Limits. So the other day, or this morning, I was actually listing books for FBA. My lister is in the process of moving and has a lot going on, so I am listing them. And when I went to create my shipments, it was saying that you're getting close to the limit. And I thought that was crazy because as of yesterday, before I left, I think I had about 1,000-ish spots open. But now I only have 500-ish. So I went from 6,500 basically to just under 6,000, like 5,950 or something like that. So yeah, kind of surprising. The last 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure, my limits has stayed the same. I was actually reading an article talking about how, well, it's a theory, but how it's not really your sell-through rate that's affecting your score. It is how much of your storage you are actually using. So for 3 weeks, I didn't send anything in, and I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but the lister listed a bunch of books last week, and she just shipped them off on Friday. So it was probably maybe, I don't know, 400 or 500 books. So I don't know if that affected it now because we're using more of the storage, or will be eventually. So kind of frustrating. I thought it was kind of over and done with, but it is what it is. I don't really have any advice at this point. I mean, you just got to roll with the punches, and just kind of do your best at this point. I mean, I did a live show the other night, yesterday, with the Brandon Robles and Common Ground Finds. And we were actually talking about this last night. One of the questions was, do you recommend people start an FBA book business? And my answer actually was no. I don't think they should. You should not start with books. Just based on the fact, yes, it's a good place to start, but only really being able to send in 1,000 books is not probably gonna allow you to grow. It'll be super frustrating. Like, I feel like it doesn't start to really roll until you have 1,000 books in inventory. Probably more closer to like 2,000, 2,500 is really when like you start to see consistent sales. You know, you're getting sales every day. It's just, that's kind of where you get, you know, the consistency from. So if you can't even get up to 2,500, like, I don't think books is the right fit for you. I kind of framed it as, you know, if you could only send in 1,000 products to Amazon, you'd want to send in the most profitable thing as possible, or something that makes you good money and sells quick, and that is not books. Yes, you could send in textbooks that have a very high dollar value, but that's super seasonal, and the sell-through rate on those is just not there unless you're in the season. So yeah, that's kind of what I said about it. Definitely check out the show. I'll put a link down in the description. It was awesome. We talked for, I think it was close to 2 hours. We just really, the focus kind of took on was eBay. We did talk a little about Amazon, but mainly about, you know, how there is a big book market on eBay, some of the types of books to look for, our best books that we sold and how we found them. It was just a really, really great show. So definitely check that out, especially if you want to make the transition to start selling books on eBay. Definitely recommend it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the restock limits. I don't really know. I was watching a video today from Chris Grant. He is a big OA seller. He does the OA challenge. I took the OA challenge. I really liked it. I highly recommend it if you want to get like a feel for RA or OA. I'm sorry. And he does a coffee with Chris. Check it out on YouTube. He did mention in his last video that it was rumored that he had a source or whatever. This is not set in stone or whatever, but they said they had on good knowledge that the restock limits will get much better for everyone in July. So I don't know. One of the theories I have is that Prime Day is right around the corner. I think it's June 21st and June 22nd. So maybe Amazon just doesn't want anything in the warehouse until that happens and really clamping down. But I don't know. Until then, I mean, as soon as I posted the limit, I got flooded with Instagram DMs. It seems like a lot of people about my size or even bigger dropped by at least 500 to 600. Obviously, we all have different metrics. But for me, my metrics pretty much stayed the same. I mean, I'm pretty consistent with sell-through rate, so I'm not really sure why it dropped. But on the flip side, I really talked about, I'm gonna go back to the live I did, really maybe focusing on eBay a lot more, and kind of not getting rid of Amazon anytime soon, but I think I'd rather be a bigger eBay seller than an Amazon seller. Maybe, I mean, I get it, like people go to look for books on Amazon and the fast moving stuff, but I don't know. Just recently, all the changes that are going on, I'm not jumping ship. I'm not saying like, yeah, you gotta work, you gotta adapt. Like, I'm all about that. But I mean, just like some of the platform differences from Amazon to eBay, eBay, you can list as many things as you want. It doesn't matter. Obviously, you're storing it, but you could list as many things as you want. You could list it for any price you want. It doesn't matter. You're not going to get flagged. They're not going to take your listing down, as far as I know. You could put a McDonald's French fry on eBay and list it for $1 million. If you put a book on eBay or on Amazon and list it for $1 million, it's going to get flagged. It's going to get shut down. So yeah, I mean, I think those are like two differences. It's like how, like, you can't control your price, and now you can't control how much you can send. So I mean, there's still lots of potential in Amazon. Again, it just might not be books. And yeah, there are some people out there saying, they have ways, that they're working on, and that's great. And it's still possible, like, I'll merch and fulfill, but I'm really leaning more towards eBay at this point. There's just something about, I don't know, maybe with the chat we had yesterday. I mean, Common Good Finds was saying that his name is Max, that he's selling like 30, 40 like high profit books a day on eBay. I think he's at about almost 2,000 listings live. I only have 300, so much different. But he brought up a good point. He asked me when I was on live, I was like, oh, like, I only sell like 2-3 items a day. It's higher ticket stuff though. Like, and he was just like, well, what's like your, average selling price and it was, so last month I did have a sale that was like $850. So that is skewing the number, but it was somewhere between like $80 and $100, which is crazy. So yeah, I think I sold like 40 items and maybe it was like $3,500. So whatever the math is on that. But my Amazon average selling price for bulk, it's a little high. it's right around $14-15. So think about that. Like, the average selling price is almost 4 times greater. Is that correct? Yeah, maybe a little more on eBay than it is on Amazon. There's less competition, in my opinion, on eBay because you're selling more of like one-of-a-kind items. Like, for example, I found these Stephen King Red Letter Library books. You can't buy them on Amazon. You can't buy them anywhere. Like, you can only buy them on eBay. And, you know, a Stephen King fan is going to eBay and they're going to buy those. Hardly any competition. There are some people on there that have single books, but like maybe 2 or 3. So yeah, that's kind of where my head's at right now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did your restock limits go up? Did they go down? Are you looking at other platforms? Yeah, but that's kind of where I am. I'm really looking forward to doing more eBay. I'm actually finding it more enjoyable than doing Amazon. I don't know, there's something about like researching something and figuring out like, oh wow, like I could have something. It's more the treasure hunt. But then you list it and you're like, oh, will this sell? Like, will it not? I mean, Amazon, you have a pretty good idea because you have a lot more price history to look at, keep it charts. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep listing more on eBay, doing more research, listing rare books. I don't know. There's a lot of books that I've been listing lately between like the $30 to, let's say, $75 range, and then like a lot $100+ and I don't know, we'll see what we get for them. Again, I've just really started in the last 2 weeks, really ramping it up, so it's hard to say, oh yeah, like this is the thing to do. I'm definitely gonna report back with you how it's going, but my 90-day eBay number has never been higher before, so that's a sign that we're going in the right direction, and I only expect that to go up. And yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe. It means the world to me. I try my best to share helpful tips with you guys. Anytime when it comes to reselling or making extra money on eBay and Amazon. And I will definitely keep you guys updated what's going on. There will be lots of changes in terms of content. Hopefully there'll be more of it as I start to get more help at the warehouse in terms of listing and eBay. So I'm hoping to free up some time so I can do this more because I really enjoy it. And I also think I might start interviewing people on the channel, bigger sellers, people that I just have questions. I don't know, I watch a lot of, or I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of YouTube videos while I'm listing or doing other stuff in the warehouse or shipping. And there's just a lot of questions I think that like could be super helpful to be asked that aren't being asked. I don't want to like kind of go into it right now, but I think it's just more like we always talk about, oh, how'd you get started? And it's pretty much the same idea. Oh, like I found this thing, like I flipped it and I sold in 2 days or a week and I got hooked. Like I want it to be more like almost helpful, more like nitty gritty, like what are you using? What's your process? Things of that nature, things that will be like super helpful, things you guys can take action on and implement. So be on the lookout for that, and I'll talk to you guys soon.